On February 10, 2022, a new explosive eruption occurred at the Mount Etna volcano in Italy. Beginning at 8:40 p.m. local time, this explosive eruption ejected gas-rich molten rock onto the surface, creating a towering lava fountain. This lava fountain was initially between 500 and 600 meters in height, but soon grew to a height of 1 kilometer or 3,300 feet. As this occurred, a plume of ash rose into the atmosphere, eventually reaching a height of 8 kilometers or 26,000 feet. Then, eruptive intensity decreased for a few seconds. Moments later, a much larger explosion occurred, hurling boulders as large as cars more than a kilometer down slope. Superheated gas and ash fragments released by this explosion subsequently traveled downhill in what is termed a pyroclastic flow. After this process repeated several times, the eruptive intensity waned. For some context, Mount Etna is a volcano which is located in the northeast section of the island of Sicily. It represents a more explosive stratovolcano which was constructed over an older shield volcano. Looking at its active craters, here is where the new eruption originated, and I have overlaid a series of yellow arrows which indicate the path and distance the pyroclastic flows traveled. What had just occurred, although spectacular, was not too unusual given the nature of Mount Etna. The 159-minute-long eruption sequence represented a paroxysm, aka a relatively short yet violent burst of activity. This paroxysm was the first to occur in 2022 and occurred in a remarkable fashion, producing a beautiful eruption above the snow-covered summit of Mount Etna. Although the number of paroxysms which Etna produces can widely vary, this volcano has on occasion produced more than 50 such paroxysms in a single year. Not all paroxysms are alike, as they either form large pyroclastic flows, a new flank eruption away from the summit, or a series of spectacular lava fountains. Although the lava fountaining from this latest eruption was spectacular, it does not compare to the height which Mount Etna has produced in the past. In 2013, a 1.5 kilometer high lava fountain was recorded, but this was surpassed by an eruption in 1787, which produced a 3 kilometer or 9,800 foot high lava fountain. If any of you are Star Wars fans, you might see a similarity between Mount Etna's latest eruption and the Mustafar scene from Star Wars Episode 3. This is not a coincidence, as a crew was sent to Etna during the production of the movie in 2002 to film in spectacular lava fountains which would be later computer-generated in. This latest paroxysm occurred as part of a much longer eruptive sequence, as technically speaking Mount Etna has been continuously erupting in some manner since September 3rd of 2013. Thus, although the eruption on Thursday evening represented business as usual, it did mark a notable spike in activity. This spike can be observed on this chart, which shows the amount of harmonic tremor at the volcano. This 159-minute-long paroxysm displayed two different types of volcanic eruptions. The majority of what occurred could be classified as a Strombolian-style eruption, as bombs of lava were thrown high into the air, only producing minor amounts of ash. In contrast, the appearance of pyroclastic flows after a large explosion represented a so-called Vulcanian eruption, which is named after the typical type of eruption seen on the volcanic island of Volcano. In the upcoming weeks, one of two things could happen. First, more paroxysms might occur, generating more spectacular lava fountains. After all, recent paroxysms of this volcano generally occurred within 48 hours of one another. Or there may be another temporary lull in eruptive activity which could continue for a few weeks to months. Thanks for watching. If you would like to request a specific topic, please leave a comment below. Additionally, I would like to thank my new patron Kiryu Mechagodzilla for supporting this channel.